and welcome once again to Stocks TV Nigeria. Abayomi Obabolujo is my name, and the program is Market Update and Equity Analysis. So what we're going to be doing today is a comprehensive review of market activities for Monday, the 8th day of August 2016, from where we will also be looking at the possibilities in the market for Tuesday, the 9th day of August 2016. We are not just going to leave you at that. We will be analyzing the market with the intent of looking at what equities you should probably be looking at, as in selling or buying as we speak. For sure, second quarter reports are winning out. What are the next strategies you should be considering as you take a plunge into equities listed on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange? Of course, I'm not all alone today to analyze the market, so I request that you stay logged on for an explosive session of equity analysis where we deploy all manner of tools that are deployable to picking the right kind of stocks. Thank you for staying tuned. I will be right back. Welcome back. Like I did say that I'm not going to be alone on this program for this presentation. So I've got with me, live and direct, a market operator, an analyst, a broker. His name is Dele Aishida. You are welcome to Stocks TV Nigeria.
Yeah, good day, everyone.
Okay, let's move straight to action.
Okay.
On the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Monday, special day, 8/8/2016. All right, the all-share index was up 0.02%, marginal gain. Market capitalization was also 0.02%, marginally up. But then when you come to deals, it came down by 47.23%. Volume declined by 48.06%. Value also was down 38.91%. In actual fact, the market Monday was weak.
The market on Monday was weak, and we can see from the deals there was investor apathy. If you were live trading on Monday, you would see from even the bids and the offers that there wasn't much activity. Initially, most Mondays when the market opens, for the first 1 hour, the market will seem very dull, maybe probably because quite a lot of operators are having their weekly meeting, trying to strategize for the week. But then, once one would expect that the market will pick up by 11:30, 12, but funnily enough, the market still remained dull. And up to the end of the day, it was quite dull. I mean, as at 2 p.m., the market was still not very active. So one can feel investor apathy. There are quite a lot of things going on in the macroeconomy now that might really have prompted that to happen, which we'll go on into later on in the program. Considering the fact that deals were down, we also realize that for those that took part in the market, they didn't stake high volume, they didn't buy too much, they didn't sell too much. So consequently, it will affect the value. So on Tuesday, we'll see what will happen in the market. We hope that this will not be a continuous trend, that it's just a one-off, that the market will pick up on Tuesday.
If you look at these figures, really, one should actually do a lot of technical reasoning.
Yes.
Because if you look at the volume of just 62.768 million, and you come to value of less than 780 million naira, these figures to me, aren't more than what we do see in probably a Guaranty or a Zenith
on a good day.
Or on a good day. Now having arrived at this level, yes, we actually know some of the factors behind this kind of performances. But just briefly, let's re-emphasize the factors against the market now, and the intention is to look at for how long this might probably subsist at the market arena. So,
the factors against the market, you know, definitely we are in a peculiar situation in the country right now with respect to the economy. We are in a recession, and the federal government itself has accepted that. The monetary policy, which is being directed by the CBN, is issuing bonds right now, and I was quite surprised. No, the last time we talked, they had increased the MPR by 2 basis points.
Yeah.
So interest now starting from about 14%.
Yeah.
But looking through the financial news last week, CBN, the last tranche of treasury bills they issued them at a whopping 22%. In fact, this time yesterday I was talking with a friend and an investor, and he was actually asking me, do stockbrokers buy bonds or do they sell bonds? And what was driving that was that 22%, because you will not get that in a fixed deposit in any bank.
Possible.
And one can understand why the CBN is doing that for 2 reasons. One, they want these foreign currencies to come into the economy. 22%, it's whopping, even in this economy.
Anywhere in the world, that should be attractive enough.
Very attractive. Yep. Even in our economy right now, I'm sure a lot of brokers were probably liquidating certain positions on Monday to go and take the 20
position. We were talking about the pension fund administrators.
Bonds are not 100% risk-free, but then they carry less risk. Okay, we say largely risk-free. So I would not see any portfolio manager that would not be going for that right now, considering the fact that the market is the way the market is relatively not very upbeat right now. So most portfolio investors might be going for these bonds. And you also want to realize that they're also going to issue other tranches that will be having a minimum of about 16%. And yet today, the market has lost about 2-point-something%. So, any investor, any portfolio manager, any trader will be thinking of going for where the money is higher.
I'm sure you are a broker, and you will not be telling any investor in the Nigerian market to be selling now and be putting the money in bonds.
If you look at the data from the market today, it wasn't that bad. Though the volumes were not there, the deals were not there, but they were just marginal gains and marginal losses. So it's not a story of doom and gloom, as it is now. But I would not be saying investors should sell off their positions to go and go into bonds, because actually you need to consider the volume, the amount of bonds that will be issued in terms of volume. And if all this money is moving out from the market, they might not be able to buy those securities. So the market is still a good place to be.
Very good place to be, because I'm seeing prices at such. I've been in the market.
Prices right now are very attractive.
Very attractive. As a matter of fact, I want to believe that with the kind of prices we are seeing now, I don't know, people might say this guy is a die-hard stock market promoter, that with the kind of prices that we see now in the Nigerian market, Nigerian stocks are less risky, maybe less riskier than bonds.
Oh, well, okay.
I'll give you an example.
From a financial point of view, we cannot say bonds are less riskier than we cannot say stocks are less riskier than bonds. From a financial point of view, they are not.
Let's look at the reasoning. Yeah. When you get to buy a stock like FBNH at probably 320, and you want to tell me that it's not less riskier than bond, simply because bond has the capacity of giving you 22%, whereas when FBN recovers, right?
It can do that in 2 days.
In 2 days.
Remember that this 22% now is going to be per annum. So you have 360 days.
I mean, what are we saying here?
Any stock market all over the world can do that for you in a far shorter period of time. And you also want to realize that for many portfolio managers out there in the Western world, they're going to have money market funds. They're going to have funds that they will be investing in the stock market too. They're not just going to take all their money and go and buy bonds in a particular country. They will want to diversify their portfolio. So the market is still a good place to be. Very good place, because we are seeing these prices at rock bottom. I keep telling people, even when Standard Bank were divesting from First Bank around 1996, I really do not need to be looking for documents to show me I was right in the market. It was at a price of 6 naira per share. And between then and now, are we talking about second quarter earning of 98 kobo, right? We project that into the audited report, that is the fourth quarter, and then the equity is selling at about 3 naira. Come on, this price is when we looked at it the last time, when we calculated the earnings yield, it was about 42%.
Yes.
I mean, even for an international investor, for a portfolio manager in the Western world, that is outstanding. Outstanding. There's a disparity now between the price earning ratio and the price of the stock. So it makes it very, very attractive. Very attractive.
So we, of course, yesterday there were only about 14 or 15 equities that gained, and the gains were actually marginal, aside from about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that gained in excess of 3%. We can see just 2.19% and down to 0.48%. But we might not really have the time to take the time to analyze all these equities. But look at one equity yesterday that gained 3.05%, Seplat. What will you readily say to the performance of Seplat yesterday, considering the fact, on Monday rather, considering the fact that looking at the chart of this stock over a period, they are one of those equities we do categorize as sleeper.
As a sleeper, but then if you look at it solely on the merits of the chart, it has been oversold for a very long time. We're looking at from like beginning of July, Seplat have been oversold. So there's no denying the fact that if a stock has been oversold, the market will look in the direction of that stock. That's why you can see a stock like Seplat gaining on Monday.
But with this that we are seeing in Seplat, that we saw rather in Seplat on Monday, what are your expectations for the following day's trading session, particularly for Seplat?
The truth is that for my expectation, based on the technical analysis and what the market is saying, it's mixed. I would not see. I don't want to expect any significant gain today. But what I'm looking at is that if you can still get it to buy at the same price it closed on Monday, it's still a good buy. It's still
but I do tell people that your decision to invest in stocks does not start from technical analysis. It starts from fundamentals. But again, I don't think that Seplat has attractive figures enough that should make someone want to pitch its tent or tent with Seplat.
No, it hasn't had an attractive figure. I can't remember the last dividend they paid now, but then it wasn't very attractive. You still have better options in the market. Then Seplat is also a company that, like we said earlier, is a sleeper. So investing in it, you might just find out that you need to hold the stock for a longer period than you are bargained for, which might not be very appealing to most investors.
Okay, I want us to look at the indicators for the all-share index of the Nigerian Stock Exchange for Tuesday, right? So these are the indicators. We just decided to place all on one page so that it makes analysis a lot better for us, or a lot easier. So looking at these indicators, what are the charts saying about the market against Tuesday, the 9th day of August 2016?
Basically, looking at indicators, and need I say at this point in time that you need to place indicators against one another. That way you can compare them easily, you can easily identify divergence, and you can easily identify your trends. But that being said, the market to the all-share index as it is looking oversold. It's looking oversold. So this is the time when strategic decisions should be made in fundamentally sound stocks and positions should be established. The nature of the Nigerian market is that once the market starts to go up, that's not the time to start looking for stocks to buy. You should have been in the market on Monday. You should have been in the market on Tuesday. This market is oversold. This market is ripe for the picking for those who are discerning enough. So I expect a rebound very soon, considering the fact that the market is also eating its support. I expect a rebound very, very soon.
Now, basically, I want us to take the time to look at those everyday's major financial institutions, and where we are still expecting Q2
results,
earnings. And incidentally, yesterday I could see Guaranty is one of them. Access is one of such. UBA is one of such. The only one among those four major institutions that are yet to release their Q2 report to the market, simply because it has to pass through audit. And of course, the market as of today is expecting interim dividend from this organization is Zenith. So I want us to focus our attentions basically on them. Of course, if we have time more, we could look at some other equities. So now for Tuesday, do you think that the time is now appropriate for investor like me to begin to take position, knowing fully well that the market is not really stable as we speak, and then we still have about 3 weeks plus or minus before the results are released? Or you want me to still fold my arms?
My advice to investors out there will be cautious. You have to be very, very cautious. For many of the financial institutions you have looked at that will be releasing their results anytime from now, probably coming with interim dividend, they are beginning to hit their supports. But for me, many of them they still have quite a distance to go. So you might not come on Tuesday and start buying immediately. Maybe you buy cautiously. You look at an acceptable price that you think is good for investment.
Let's look at Guaranty. Of course, we're going to be very fast.
Guaranty at this price, I will still wait. I will still wait for it.
But you are waiting. This equity gained 3.6% on Monday.
Yes, but
okay, are you expecting Guaranty to still relapse before the eventual release of the Q2 report?
If it gained 3.6% on Monday, is it going to gain on Tuesday? I doubt it very much.
These indicators, what are they telling you? Are they telling you that I could still enter and probably make one or two gains?
This indicator, as it is saying that you can't enter. You need to still wait. If it comes down, all the better. You can buy. But if it goes up, well, how far can it go? It can't go above 24 naira. So you just might wait, and you might find a good opportunity to buy.
Of course, in the last, I've taken the time to follow Access Bank year by year, quarter by quarter since 2004. We're talking about a period of 12 years. I can tell that the Q2 report of Access Bank had always looked good, and so I'm not expecting anything less this period. On Monday, Access gained 2.2%. And looking at these indicators here, from the candlestick down to all the other indicators, are you saying that I shouldn't be entering Access now? I should still be folding my hands.
No, you shouldn't be entering Access now. You should still be, if you want, you can be folding your hands, or like,
but I must
can be writing something.
I must get that interim dividend. I'm interested in it.
Yeah, what's keeping the?
Okay.
Remember that the offshore index has been losing for quite a while now, and why these prices are still at their resistance is because of the exploitation of the index. But then, if you look at the volume that has kept these prices at this level, they're much. So volume is not pushing the price. Volume is not sustaining the price. I don't see this lasting very long. But then it can continue on this range based on the fact that interim dividend is expected.
In other words, we're going to see vacillation.
Yes.
So much.
Maybe like 5% at most, 5%. You know, just
up and down, and within that range.
Just within the range.
All right. So that is like a sideways movement.
A sideways. No, this is a market that's consolidating. It's a sideways movement.
Okay. Maybe you want to just as at the close of trading activities on the floor of the Nigerian Stock Exchange on Monday, Access Bank closed at 5 naira 48 kobo.
Yeah.
What is the ideal price you think I should target Access?
If you're going to buy Access at all, if you see that 520, 520, I might not say 5 naira. 5 naira will be very convenient for me, but then I don't know what the market will do. But even if you see that 5 naira, well, it's all the better.
Assuming I want to do short term in Access and I get in at 520, what price do you think that interim dividend can push the price subsequently?
There are different reasons for investing. There are certain investors that don't even invest in this period. You know why? Because when the results come out, they could be positive, they could be negative. If they are positive, you could be making some money. But then if you're negative, you're going to be getting hit by the market. So what you need to consider is what price to enter. Access as it is by the chart is oversold. I mean, it's overbought. Access as it is by the chart right now is overbought. If you're buying now, you're taking quite a lot of risk.
Yes, it's a lot of risk, but it's a risk that is worth taking because I know that I'm waiting.
But then you're not, if the risk that is worth the taking, you're not investing for the short term. You're buying it, you're taking the risk, you're taking the interim, you're expecting, you can do one of two things. Once it's been marked down, you can sell, have your cash, hoping the Access drops well as much as possible.
Let us look at it from this end.
Yeah.
Because I've always believed that it is high time we begin to look beyond dividend.
Yeah.
I basically consider earnings.
Yeah.
Because again, until the earnings are generated, we cannot be talking about dividend.
Yeah.
And so, even if Access comes to give me 20 kobo earning, 20 kobo dividend, I'm interested in what the earning outlook will be. All right, let us assume, because I'm saying this premised on what the first quarter earning of Access was. As a matter of fact, the audited account for the year ended 31st of December 2016. Access was super.
Yeah.
All right. So now, why do you think I should sell a stock that is improving on its earning quarter on quarter?
The question I'll be asking is that if you're buying Access now at this price, are you investing for the short term? Are you investing for the medium term? Are you investing for the long term? Now, I realize that from like June this year, the highest Access I hit has been about 530 or 535 thereabout. Now, if you're buying at 520 something, where do you expect the price to go to?
I could expect the price to move proportionately as the earning. So if Access is selling at 5 naira 50 kobo, as at the time the earning is released, I should expect the price to move further upward thereafter.
You know that Access is not operating in a vacuum. Access is operating in an
economic system.
And there has to be liquidity, there has to be discretionary funds if investment must be made. Now, the reality about our economy right now is that there isn't too much funds for this kind of investments to be made. I mean, the authorities and the NSC and the Securities and Exchange Commission, they're of course encouraging investors to come into the market. But the reality is that there isn't those funds there. So if you're buying Access now, you have to be very careful.
Okay, let's leave Access. We'll still have the opportunity to talk more about all this 4 evidence before the results are eventually released.
Definitely.
UBA, looking at the indicators, for Monday, UBA was up marginally 0.9%.
Marginally, I mean, UBA since July has just been trading flat. You know, you see it 440, 460 something, 440. So if you can catch a margin within that, that's acceptable for you, fine. But then I would say you wait for it to drop. Definitely the way it's ranging flat, there are 2 things that might happen. 3 things that might happen. Either it continues to range flat, either it goes up in price, or it comes down. I believe in my own mind, based on what we're seeing around, I probably have a pullback. You might just have to wait for that pullback before you can make any profits. Okay, let's quickly look at Zenith. For Monday, Zenith was actually... In fact, last week, we still saw Zenith at about 16.99, 17 naira last week. Zenith has come to 1601. So you see what we are saying? It's pulling back. Even though there's the expectation of the dividend, it's still pulling back. If there wasn't this expectation, Zenith should be around 15 naira now. But then we don't know how far it will stay. But then I would also say wait, watch, and see what you can buy in Zenith. But then once you begin to see Zenith at 15 naira, marginally, it might be a good investment decision.
15 naira.
Yeah. Because if you look at the chart, it's done that.
Yep.
It's come to as low as 15 naira, even as at early July. It came lower than 15 naira, I think 1485 thereabout. So those are things you can look at. But I won't be advising investors right now but if you are one of those dividend seeking investors, well, then it might be a good buy for you.
I'm interested in FBNH.
FBNH is seriously oversold at 328. The market apathy is affecting it. Well, you can begin to buy gradually and see what will happen in the nearest future.
What about Flammy? Or what's your thinking about it?
Actually, I think it made a gain on Friday. It gained about 5% or so, moving from about 19 naira plus to about 20 naira 21 or so.
But everything it gained on Friday,
it has lost again.
Lost on Monday.
This market apathy is going to be a flat market. It's going to be a down market. There might not be serious upbeat in the market, but the market will still be opening. The market will still be trading. The market will still be affording opportunities to discerning investors.
What do you think will happen on Tuesday to Dangote Cement?
Dangote Cement, well, those are the heavyweights in the market. I believe it's going to also lose marginally on Tuesday.
Okay, what about Dangote Flour? The stock that used to be
Tiger
Brands.
Well, we've seen about 4 or 5 days of successive losses. Dangote Flour, in my own opinion, investors should just wait. I mean, it is coming down from its resistance. Let's see how far it will go before it presents itself.
Dangote Sugar,
all the charts have turned up right now. They are hitting their resistance. It's not a good buy. Just wait for the pullback also.
What about a stock like Wema?
Wema Bank is seriously oversold. If you see it at 69 naira, 68, if you see at 68 kobo, 69 kobo, well, it might be a good opportunity.
What do you think about WAPCO?
WAPCO has lost consistently now, I would say from like the first week in July up to this moment. Let's see how far it will go before opportunities can be taken in it.
What about Vitafoam?
Vitafoam, we saw the result. The result wasn't too good. It's one of the stocks in the manufacturing sector. Definitely the forex is affecting it. The result wasn't good. Let's see what will happen before opportunities can present themselves. Etana Oil.
The result from Etana was good.
But it's one of those stocks that isn't driven by volume. Look at what it. I don't know what's the volume today. I'm sure
for Monday, you mean?
For Monday, the volume just about 58,000. That's my issue with such stocks.
58,300.
Only one person will be the market maker in it. So it presents the vacillation and volatility, but the volume isn't there for any serious investment.
Okay, what about ETI?
ETI, yes, it's hitting its support right now. Investors might begin to consider it. All the charts have turned down. We can see the stochastic is hitting its support. We can see that the Williams percentage is also hitting the support. Investors might begin to look that way. ETI is one of those stocks that it affords moderate volatility, and investors can make money if they know how to trade it. Guinness, I'm still surprised that Guinness is trading at 95 naira. For Monday, it traded at 95 naira. For Tuesday, let's see what we'll do. But it's one of those stocks that should be in the range of 100 naira.
What about Nigerian brewery?
Nigerian brewery is still traded about 135, 133. It has hit its support. Let's see what it will do, but it's looking good. All the charts right now are near their support, so investors should look at Nigerian breweries, except it wants to have a breakdown to further, which is not impossible. But let's keep our eyes on it.
Next, I think the currency fluctuation affected
their business seriously,
so
but their result wasn't too bad. It was a mixed reaction. But it's one of those stocks that they just keep the market strong and they keep they stabilize portfolios. It hits a resistance.
The way these indicators are.
Yeah, they're all looking like they're touching their supports right now. So investors can look at it. It has established a support of about 820. If they see it at 820, but the reality is that the way the market isn't going to trade higher than 850. So if you look at that margin and you look at your commission elements, you see what you can make from it. You might decide to enter it as an investment.
It is as if we should just continue. And but again, There will always be another time. And so we've got to go for today. I believe sincerely that we've been able to communicate with you with the intention that you've been sufficiently guided in the market for Tuesday, the 9th day of August 2016. Let's do it this way. In case you've got any equity you want us to specifically touch on in our next production, you can test such equity to 081 If you are sending in your test from outside of Nigeria, please remember to include +234. But if you are within the shores of Nigeria, you can just send your test direct to 081 So we will create the chance for you, and then we analyze this talk, either the fundamental analysis and of course the technical analysis. And so Aishida, I'm sure we're going to be together looking at the market against on Tuesday against Wednesday as usual. Thank you as usual.
Thank you very much for having me.
Your time. Thank you once again for staying locked on to this platform. All right? We shall see in the next trading day. Until then, Abayomi Obabolujo is my name. Enjoy the rest of your day.